Hello, people of the world. Yes, it's coming. Hold on. Get ready. Hola, aloha, ciao, salut, ni hao, namaste, ohayo, yakamashima, здравствуйте, привет, buna, dzień dobry, sziasztok, hello, sincha, yebosio, tere, and also assalamu alaikum, saskriakal, marhaban, merhaba. Welcome, my name is Brunel. If you don't know who I am, international people of the world. So Zoeva, I've got a new collection out. Only a set of brushes and an eyeshadow palette. It is called Eye See, eyeshadow palette. I just went for the eyeshadow palette and not the brushes. I felt they were a bit too expensive. Yes, so I left them well alone. So the Eye See eyeshadow palette is says exclusively available at Selfridges. However, you can buy it from Selfridges or directly from Zoeva. I'll put the link in the description bar. You're welcome. And it does say here, see the light. Packed with 10 bold, radiant shades, the Zoeva Eye See eyeshadow palette invites the eye to see things differently. Transformative duochrome shimmer, metallic and glitter finishes illuminate what the heart sees and allows anyone to express their unique point of view. Oh, goodness sake, it's just an eyeshadow palette. All right. It says here, finishes are matte with glitter, shimmer, duochrome, metallic, shimmer, and satin. It's an easy to blend formula, superior pigmentation, superior pigmentation, made in Italy, 100% free of parabens and perfume. So nothing about being cruelty free or vegan. Take that into account. Okay, so I decided to buy the eyeshadow palette. I bought mine from Selfridges, and this is it. The design, it's got a bit of gold detail in there, which is quite pretty. I usually do like the designs of Zoeva's palettes anyway. And there is no mirror, but you've got inside, you've got the shades. And again, if you use the Zoeva eyeshadow palette, so you won't be surprised that there is no mirror. If you're new to it, that might be an issue for you. So these are the shades. And you've got combinations here, as I said, with duochromes and so on. So, is this one worth buying? Yes or no? Let's go and find out. Right, so we're going to get started. My face is almost finished. It's not about the face. If you are interested in knowing what is on my face, have a look in the description bar. It'll be in there. But as to my eyes, I've already got some eyeshadow base put on. The eyeshadow base I use is actually concealer. It's not an eyeshadow base itself. It's from NARS soft matte concealer. So I've used that. And I've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, which is my favorite. And what I did is at the top end, I actually used this color shade. As you can see, I've hit pan. Yes. So I use these shades very often. So I use this color here, which is burnt orange, all over. And then slightly lower, I then move on to the next color, which is rustic. And then on the outer corner and right into the crease, I then use the dark brown here, which is Cypress Amber. So that's what I've got on my eyes. So I have no idea what kind of look I'm going to do. As you can see, I haven't used the palette. These are all the shades. Hopefully the lighting is right, so you get to see all the shades. They've each got a name as well. So I think I'm going to go for all over the lid because I'm always doing purples and greens and so on. I'm going to keep it simple and go for this shade here, which I did say they've got names, haven't it? Constant Movement. That's what it's called, Constant Movement. Is this shade here, which is actually almost like a duochrome. I can see aspects of green. I can see some purples and also some blue specks in it as well. And I'm going to try first of all with a finger and see if that's any good at all. It picks up quite a lot. I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Oh yeah, that is such a pretty color. Oh, I love this shade. Oh, look at it. Ooh. I think this is the first time I've actually used Zoeva palette, and I've had such a high color intensity, such color payoff. Look at that. I love this shade. Oh, it's definitely duochrome. Look at that. Now I'm just blending it gently. Very, very gently. And just to let you know, I tried off camera to apply it also with a wet brush. Don't bother with a wet brush. In my experience, you're better off with your finger. You pick up far more product. There is no difference in intensity. In fact, I think there's a little bit less. You don't pick up as much with a wet brush, so I'll stick with using your fingers if I were you, but you may find differently. But I found that it worked better with fingers rather than using a wet brush. Using my finger again and keeping it just the center of my eye, just to intensify the color shades. I'm going to use this gold here, which is a beauty. Let's see if you can see it, this gold, and it is called Mechanical Eye. Let's see the color payoff, and again it's kind of like a shifting color, duochrome. I can see parts of gold, I can see some bits of lilac in it as well, and it is very intensely pigmented and very, very soft. So this one you have to be very, very careful with, and I'm just going to concentrate that in the middle of the eye. Okay, so I went back into the Soft Glam palette and applied Cypress Amber at the bottom of my eyes. And now I'm just going to try and apply this shade as well, just to have it, just play with some of the colors, which is this one, which is Triumph of Imagination. How about keeping the name simple? Triumph of Imagination is it like a kind of like a burgundy type, burgundy, like a purpley, you know what I mean. I'm really terrible at describing color shades anyway. So I'm just going to try and apply that along the waterline only, just to play with some of the color shades and intensify that. And I've not been sleeping well, so I've got bags under my eyes. Not a good look. Not a good look. Okay, so I can see with this one, unfortunately, I can't see the color intensity, to be honest. This is a fairly small brush, and I am keeping the kind of the color to a localized area, and I'm not getting a lot of color payoff. Alrighty, this is my face all done. If you are interested in what's on my lips, it will be in the description bar, so have a look in there. I better hurry up because my camera's playing up again. Right, so let's start off with the positives, because there are some negatives as far as I'm concerned. You know, I always try and be fair. I like the design. I like the kind of like the gold detail all over it. Which I know with the camera you can't really properly see it, but it's actually kind of intricate and detailed, and I really like that about it. So that is actually really pretty, and of course you've got the simple packaging as well. Price wise, if you buy it from directly from Zoeva.com, which is the EU site, it is cheaper, £17.50, which is probably about 15 euros or something like that. And also delivery is very cheap. From memory, delivery, last time I bought a palette from there, delivery was only about £2.95 or something like that, and it arrived within about 4 days as well, so it doesn't take long, so it works out cheaper. If you buy it from Selfridges, as I did, then it's £19.50, and then you've got to factor in delivery as well, so it'll end up being at maybe at £23 or something like that. So if you want to take that into account, then choose where you want to buy it. I'll put the link for both in the description bar as well, so you can pick and choose what you want to do. Of course, it has got some right gems in here. I really, really, really like the gold shade, which is the Mechanical Eye. However, it is very, very glittery, and I'm not a fan of glitter all over the place, and I'm still feeling a little specks of glitter, but it's not extreme, because let's face it, if it's glitter, you are going to get fallout. So take that into account. Perhaps do your makeup, the rest of your base makeup, after you've applied it on your eyes. If you are going to apply this particular shade, because it's the most glittery of the lot out the whole palette, then if you're trying to put that all over your lid, be mindful you're going to have quite a bit of fallout. The others also, I like the fact that with the shimmers, to be honest, the true shade of a matte is this one here. This is really what I would call the only matte. The others have got kind of specks of shimmers in there, so they're not truly 100% matte. So really, there's only one particular matte in here. and it doesn't swatch particularly perfectly well. You would have to dip in in order to be dip in more than once to get more color payoff and get the swatch to look quite right. I tend to not to dip in when I you know, more than once when I do my swatches, because I want to see how much color you can get off yourself in one go. But this one is a bit patchy, so is the blue as well. So I'm mixing the positive and the negatives now. I'll just get on with it. So is the blue, it's a bit patchy as well. This one is not too bad. So is this one. So the blue is called Habit Convention. And also you've got this one is called The Images Are Soundless. I mean, it's not too bad. I like these two actually. They're shifting colors, they're duochrome, they've got specks of this one's got specks of obviously it looks at it and you think, oh, maybe silver, but it's got specks of mauves in there, some bits of purple. It's actually very, very pretty. So has this one as well. It's the shifting chrome as well. So is that one. So a lot of them really are. The one that's actually a true shade to itself is this one here, which is called Through the Lens. And that one is actually just a shade block color on its own. The others are kind of shifting. So it is very, very pretty. However, it's got its issues. I personally prefer palettes where I've got a combination of mattes that I can use as a base, transition shades, as well as glitters. However, it's not a problem for me majorly because I've got so many different palettes as well. So it's not really a problem. But if you're not the kind of person who likes to dip in here, dip in there, different palettes and so on, you know, then you might get annoyed because there's only really one matte shade properly that you can call a true matte shade. And if you are a deeper skin tone, you really haven't got any transition shades here that you can use on your eyelids. There isn't anything here that's appropriate for someone with dark skin. So take that into account if you wish to. However, as I said earlier, it's not the most expensive palette. So if you've got, you know, another palette with just matte, then it's perfect. This is not going to be a friend kind of take one palette on your holidays and you'll be able to do so many different looks. That ain't going to happen with this palette. That tends to be the thing with Zoeva palettes as well. A lot of the palettes have got one or two mattes and not too many. If you're used to Zoeva, this won't be a surprise to you. If you're not, then you might find this a bit of a problem. So yeah, is it worth? I'm not too sure actually, to be honest. I really can't make up my mind. I bought it, I'll make use of it. I do love the duochrome shades, and I do love this shade, as I said, but it's such a glittery shade that I find it a bit annoying. But I'm not too sure, so you make up your own mind as usual. There are some cons, there are some positives as well included in there. What you wish to do with your money, it's your own damn choice. All right, I can only bring you my own opinion. As always, thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. I am not a makeup expert. I am a makeup enthusiast, and therefore I'll share my thoughts with you. If you don't like my opinion, that's fair enough. You don't have to. If you do like my opinion, then so that's that. Thank you very thank you very much, and I will speak to you all very soon. Let me know what you think of the finished look. Bye.